Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Impeccable Investor Podcast. I'm doing a episode today that I wasn't planning to do, but the market and you guys are like, Austin, please tell us what's happening with GameStop. Tell us what's happening with BlackBerry, with AMC, Wall Street Bets, what is happening. And so I just wanted to kind of change up the flow of how I usually do this podcast. And I thought, you know what? Let's cover this right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much as well. We'll also be hosting on there. Anyways, guys, as always, let's jump straight into it right now. As most of y'all know, we've been seeing huge spikes in some stocks, like, for instance, the biggest one being GameStop. The SEC is even starting to investigate them for this fraudulent, manipulated hype on GameStop, right? We're talking a rise from, like, I don't know the exact price, right? But from like $2 to like $300. It's insane. It's manipulated and it's overhyped. And there's also other stocks that is happening to as well. AMC movie theater. We're also seeing BlackBerry stock as well. Why is this happening and why are they getting away with it? And that's what I wanted to cover in today's podcast episode. So maybe you can kind of learn the fundamentals behind why, and maybe if you're risky enough, take advantage of these opportunities as well. So as you can see here from the news report that I have pulled up for those watching on YouTube, is that we see that BlackBerry, AMC, and other Reddit YOLO favorites that aren't GameStop, right? We're seeing Reddit and Elon Musk sparked a GameStop stock surge. Why AMC and BlackBerry are next. Cramer said, Jim Cramer, that crazy stock guy, he said, stock moves you missed while watching Wall Street Bets. And it's all over the place. People making crazy amounts of money, with one person on GameStop reportedly making or turning 53,000 into 11 million in one day, which does not surprise me. But there's so much going on. Let me explain why this is happening. So first off, for those who are like, what is Wall Street Bets? Wall Street Bets is a Reddit forum. So it's a place where people can go and chat about stocks. I'm looking at their place right now, and it looks like they have, 739,000 people in this forum communicating about stocks on the daily, which means that with that amount of volume, and you convince someone that a stock is a good buy, and you have a lot of people buying that same stock with a lot of people buying at the same time, of course it's going to drive stock prices up. And whether that's manipulation or not is going to be for the SEC to decide. But anyways, let's kind of break this down and see what's going on here. All right, well, the first stock I have pulled up here is BlackBerry, stock symbol BB. All right, so over the past month here, you can see it's kind of gone from $9 now up to $27. That's a nice run up. Definitely not as crazy as GameStop here, but if we visit another stock like AMC, movie theaters, you can see here that we were at $4.90 and now we're up in the $19 mark. So that's definitely like a 30% increase there. A 300% increase, correct my math. And we also have, so we covered AMC, and the legendary one right now is GameStop. You can see here that about a month ago, GameStop was, we can see here, around $38. Now we're up in the $339 mark on GameStop. All right, why can these stocks explode so much? Why are these stocks going so high? Yes, a forum, yes, a community, maybe hyping up a stock, but how in the world does that cause it to go up over like 500% in a short amount of time? Okay, well, let me explain my thoughts behind this. Again, no one can know for sure, but this is what I think is going on. All right, so there's this thing called short interest, and we can view it here. If you're on YouTube, you can view it. If not, if you're listening to the podcast, I'm just going to mention it here. So you can go to the website highshortinterest.com, and it's going to show you the most shorted stocks. So first off, I need to explain for those who don't know, what is shorting? Shorting is when instead of buying a stock, you sell the stock first, hoping that the stock price drops in value, and that's how you make money. So shorting is the opposite of buying. So when you buy a stock, you hope it goes up in value to make money. When you short, you want the stock to go down. And so the amount of people or the amount of shares being shorted can be shown to how likely that stock is to decrease, right? Like if we have 60% of people trying to buy the stock, then on more times than not, we're going to see the stock go up, right? But if we see 70% of people shorting a stock, then we're going to see that stock go down because so many people are selling it. And this is where it gets into it a bit in depth. So please stick with me here. When you're shorting, you can have an infinite amount of loss because the stock can go up an infinite amount. So what happens is when people are scared that their short positions are going to go against them, they have to buy to sell their stock, right? Because it's the opposite of buying. When you short a stock, you sell first and then you buy back. What does buying do? Buying drives up price. So here's where I think it's going on. So if you can see on highshortinterest.com or highshortinterest.com, you can look at the most shorted stocks at the moment by short percentage. And what we're seeing here is GameStop is the number one stock. SPCE, AMC, those three top stocks that are being shorted. Two of them are on the forum for Reddit. Now, why do I bring this up? Okay, well, like I said, when you short a stock, to close, to end that position, you need to buy. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking someone who is super smart on the Wall Street Bets forum, who has a lot of pull, who has a lot of momentum. Again, I haven't really done the research, but this is my thought. They see the amount of short interest going on here on these stocks. So they're like, if I can get this stock to start to go up just a little bit, it's going to scare all those people who are shorting, right? If we look at GameStop, it says that there is 138% short interest, which means there is over 100% of the people of the stocks being shorted, right? So that's crazy. And so what's happening is if you make that stock price go up higher, right? If you make the stock go higher, those people who are shorting are going to be scared because when the stock goes higher, they're losing money. And so as they get scared because they're losing money, they're going to have to close their positions. And in order to close a short position, you have to buy that stock, right? So let's say 50,000 people are short that stock. The stock price gets pushed up some because it's being manipulated by a forum, and then they're going to get scared and they're going to sell. But in order to sell and get rid of their position, they have to buy. So that's 50,000 people buying at the same time we have a forum buying. So this drives up buying massively, a huge spark of buying that can happen in a matter of a day, matter of a week, and that's why we're seeing these stocks take off. And that is my assumption and what I think is going on here. It's something that you need to monitor. So something that I would continue to watch is if you're into day trading, if you're into swing trading, and you like penny stocks. Again, for most people on this channel, this is just going to be news, and you're going to be like, wow, this is cool, but you shouldn't be invested in any of these stocks. However, if you want to find the next stocks that Wall Street Bets is most likely to push out and to manipulate, I believe that it would be from one of these top short interest lists. And that's just me coming from being in the market for over 4 years. I think this is how they're doing it. And I think this is why the stock prices are taking off. Because when you have a lot of people shorting and they get scared, they have to buy, and the buying just pushes the price up. And when you bring in fear, bring in manipulation, when you bring in volatility, it just brings that to a 10x scale. So if you want to find stocks that are likely to do this too, I would look at this highshortinterest.com and view the most shorted stocks. All right, guys, I hope that made sense. I know this is kind of an off-topic podcast, off-topic YouTube video, but thank you so much for staying tuned. If you don't know this already, I drop a new podcast episode every single Thursday morning. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, whether on podcast or YouTube, to get the newest content. Make sure you stay in tuned for next week when we discuss statistics, why it's important, and what you need to know for 2021. All right, guys, see you next